And product placement. Yeah, I got this hat at Red Bar Bristol. So shout out Farah. They're a cool brand. I've been back from work for 10 minutes. Britain is a sweatbox. Jeez, it's warm. Okay, right, so I am Watch Yourself George, and however the hell you want to pronounce my name is okay with me. I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd, so any corrections, any pointers, anything you want to pop in the comments, please do. Just be nice about it. Don't be a Okay, right, today, big news in the watch community. Swatch has gone out their minds. Let's talk about it. So, a couple years ago now, Swatch released a collaboration with Omega. And people thought, wow, that looks awesome, because they essentially made an Omega Speedmaster, but in bioceramic, and it was quartz, and the pushers fell off all the time, and the strap was absolutely But it was fun, and people loved it, and they sold a literal million of them. Literally a million. 7 figures. And for a long, long time, you could not get a hold of them. And they made them in all different funky colours, and they made a different colour for each planet in the solar system, and Pluto, it's not a planet, don't at me. And in all honesty, it was just a fun piece of watchmaking, and people loved it. It just wasn't the best quality. Were you ever going to get a proper quality Speedmaster for 200 odd pounds? No. Now, people weren't expecting what came out today, what was released. So a couple of days ago, Swatch and Blancpain both went, yeah, we're working on something together, and the whole community collaboratively the bed. And the whole community collaboratively shit the bed. Everyone thought, are they going to make a bioceramic 50 fathoms? Everyone was like, bioceramic 50 fathoms, Swatch 50 fathoms, Swatch 50 fathoms. And yeah, to no one's surprise now, since the initial teaser, Blancpain and Swatch are making a 50 fathoms. So, let's talk about it. First of all, who are Blancpain? They're not really a really well-known brand, like on the level of Omega, Rolex, all of these, but they are awesome. The very first dive watch in the world was called the 50 Fathoms. It's a dive watch because fathoms is like measurement underwater, and it could go 50 of them. And it's a really pretty watch. Terry, throw up a picture of a 50 Fathoms because I like it and it's cool. And I'd rather have one over a Submariner, don't at me. You all know who Swatch is, and they're working together, making a cool thing. Now, I don't know what this means. Apparently, Blancpain and Swatch are scissoring? Yeah, they're working together. So, the new Scuba 50, I think Swatch were calling it, has a 42.3mm case diameter, really weirdly exact, and is 14.4mm thick and has a 48mm lug width. The lugs have drilled holes, and the watch is accompanied by a NATO strap. So from reading and looking at this watch, it features the Blancpain and the Swatch logo on the dial of the watch. So they all have on the dial as well the depth rating of the watch, which is 300 feet or a very oddly specific 91 meters. Not sure where they've done that, but 91 meters is actually a very respectable dive rating for what will be a £400 watch. Ah, I figured it out. 91 meters in water depth, water resistance, is exactly, Terry, guess how many fathoms that is? Guess how many fathoms of depth? Well, what watch is it based on, Terry?
Cut me out of this.
It's the Blancpain 50 fathoms. How many fathoms do you think 91 meters is? It's 50! The watch can go 50 fathoms underwater, people! Terry couldn't reason.
It's the heat.
Yeah, it's the heat. Oh, it's warm. It's warm. So the watch features triangular hour markers and has Arabic numerals for the 12, 3, 6, and 9. Just a really nice design, actually. What's also really nice is on all the models, the dial features a gradient finish. So the colour of the dial is lighter at the centre and gets lighter to the edges. Also, for this watch, really interestingly, the bezel looks amazing. It's a unidirectional bezel, as we've come to expect on dive watches, but the action looks really cool and actually really satisfying for such a, I say a cheap watch. It's not a cheap watch, but it's still cool. So they are making 5 different versions of this watch, and all the cases are identical. And the Swatch logo is etched into the side of the case, which I don't really have a problem with. I'll need to see how it looks, but from the sounds of it, it sounds fine. Before I get on to the different versions of the watch, one of the biggest questions I had upon learning about this collaboration is it quartz? Have they made another quartz collab watch, like the Moonswatch? And the answer is no! I am so happy with this change, you cannot understand it. So, it's not like a crazy mad movement that they've put in, but it's powered by Swatch's System 51 movement, which is really cool. It's a 1-screw, hermetically sealed construction with, get this, 90 hours of power reserve. So it's an automatic watch, and also the case backs. Terry, pull up any picture of one of the case backs. Each of the 5 variants have different case backs, and they are beautiful. They have like artwork of different fish native to different oceans, and they're so cool. So, I say it's a different fish. It's actually a thing called a nudibranch. It's a sea creature indigenous to the specific ocean connected to the watch, and I just think that's awesome. And they're laser etched into the back of each watch. And the movement itself is also decorated with laser printing of the specific body of water. It's not haute horology like one would expect from Blancpain. It's just fun, and I think if these collaborations are anything, they should be fun. And this is fun, and we like fun. So, the 5 colours of the watches are blue for the Atlantic Ocean. Picture, blah, blah, blah. The Pacific Ocean is yellowy, orangey, and I think that looks really cool. My favourite's blue. The Arctic is beige, probably my least favourite, with an orange bezel. The Indian Ocean is green, and the Antarctic Ocean is white. And this is actually because Swatch has opted to not reuse any of the colours they've already used in any of the Moonswatches. So these are all new colours. Now, if you're familiar with the Moonswatches, the straps, as I've already mentioned, are complete and utter arse. Okay? Nobody kept on the original strap. Absolutely nobody. And they have completely changed the strap. So every single Scuba 50, I don't like the name actually, Scuba 50. Swatch Blancpain thingy, 50 fathoms bioceramic thing. Yeah, that's a lot more catchy. Well done, me. Every single one is going to come with a recycled material NATO strap that is made from recycled fishing nets that were found in the ocean and collected up, which is really, really cool, in matching colours to the case, and I think that's excellent. And everyone prefers a NATO strap to those little Velcro things that they put on the Moonswatch. My only concern is the pin buckle. They're making out of bioceramic, and from what I know about bioceramic, that thing is going to snap faster than my will to live when working at my old job. Like, that thing, you're going to put pressure on that pin buckle and it's just going to explode. I'm happy to be proved wrong, but judging by what I know about the pushers on the Moonswatches that were also made of bioceramic, those buckles are not going to last. I also really wish they updated the glass, because Moonswatches scratch like hell on the glass, and these Blancpain watches are using the same glass, so that's a bit of a disappointment, but overall I think it's great. Right, in conclusion, 5 new really, really cool watches from Blancpain X Swatch, and for the price of, I think they're going for $400, £400, 400. If they're 400, yeah, $400 is the price. So no idea what that's going to be in pounds, maybe £350. I think that's an absolute steal. We'll see what the quality's like, but I think it's a massive step up from what the Moonswatch was. And I think even the Moonswatch wasn't a bad deal. It was just a bit shoddy in the construction. I'm very excited to see how these shape up. They've made some really good improvements. It appeals to me a lot more than the Moonswatch did, particularly with the automatic movement, some of the finishing, the improved strap. At the end of the day, they're really fun watches at an accessible price, and they've built upon now another watch with incredible heritage, and I'm just excited to see what they look like. I can't wait to get one on my wrist. And yeah, I don't hate it at all. I think Swatch has done something really cool here, and if they keep doing this, I don't have any complaints. Make watchmaking more accessible. It's fun. We love it. What are your thoughts on this collaboration? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Please let me know down below in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. It really helps us out. And don't forget to watch yourself.